a view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Now here's Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton for 3. That one misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And Beverly kicks to George. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. On offense here, the Bucks. To the middle, here's Lopez. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Beverly. Outside, George. The pass to Zubac. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Lopez. The Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer, and as we were talking about Kawhi Leonard, his defense was the first thing that came up. Coach told me that while Kawhi may not be the individual defensive powerhouse he once was, they're still not going to challenge him more than they need to. Negating Kawhi's presence at that end of the floor is much easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. George, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Good D by Giannis.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Here's Beverly. Outside, George passes it to Morris. Milwaukee with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Zubac with it. Matthews covering. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. And a 4-year deal signed by Eric Bledsoe last season. That's a ball club showing some commitment to the type of hard work that Eric has put in. It might end up being a value contract given his level of contribution.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And the first one drops. Brent Bledsoe, an impact player at both ends, but some have questioned his decision-making in the big moments.
Well, he's not a traditional floor-seeing point guard, and it's not a guy who's going to set up for his teammates through the pick and roll actions where they're going to have open shots. There's a lot of instinctual and natural ability that comes with the play of Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe hits them both.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
Beverly finds Harrell. Now George. Lopez covering. George against Matthews. A nice shot by George.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Over Middleton. Here's Beverly. He can't hit that time. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris into the lane. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Bledsoe against Harrell. Lets it go from 11. Lopez, no luck.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
It's deflected. Stolen by Middleton. Outside Matthews. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Leonard. Beverly finds Harrell. Beverly with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Outside Hill. Now here's Harrell. Jackson deciding where to go with it. The shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That one is off. And he sinks the second. Clippers trail by 5. Now Williams. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
6 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Ilyasova outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Milwaukee on top, leading by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers, trailing by 5. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Robin Lopez, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Hill. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward position. Now, here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to DiVincenzo. Ilyasova dishes to Hill. Pass to Connaughton. Trying to get open is Lopez. And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Bucks leading by 9. Here's Connaughton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's blocked. Here's DiVincenzo.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
First free throw is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. And it's Paul George in for Landry Shamet. And he makes both free throws. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here is Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Zubac. And the shot goes in.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
That free throw, no good. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
He hits the second from the line.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Bledsoe taking his time here. Tries again. It's hauled in by Paul George.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's the pass to Harrell. Over Bledsoe. And yes, it's good.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. Up top, Leonard. Guarded by Korver. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Morris outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bucks leading by 3. Bledsoe outside. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Bledsoe. Morris with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Back to George. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Marvin Williams, and Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kyle Korver. 1:15 left in the second quarter, and the wide open shot from Bledsoe. That one wide left. The Clippers in the lead. George passes to Morris. Beverly against Bledsoe. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Beverly against Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Giannis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's George. Milwaukee with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova's checked in, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Now here's DiVincenzo. 5 points in the game. Count that one. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And here is Williams. 3 seconds left. Misses the layup. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Giannis, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. A 2-point game. That one doesn't drop. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. 5 on the clock. And that one drops for him.
So important for this offense that when you get opportunities like that, a player can knock them down. This time it's Bledsoe.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
There's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's tied up with that one.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
To the paint, here's Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And George kicks to Zubac. Dishes it to Beverly. Hill with some nice D.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Down low, stolen by Zubac. Morris finds George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard the bounce pass. Zubac with it. Passes it to Beverly. Got a piece of it, but they get it back. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Hill against George. The Clippers trail. Leonard looking around. Now, here's Zubac. Here's George. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. George has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And so he'll bring it up for the Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Connaughton. Ilyasova up top. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
DiVincenzo against Williams, and he banks in the layup. Williams has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
DiVincenzo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Jackson against Williams. Floats it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Bucks. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Williams dishes to Harrell. Kicks it to Jackson for the lead. And the layup is up and in. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Matthews, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul. The Bucks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Clippers with the ball. They lead by 1. Now Jackson. The pass to Leonard. And no good that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers ahead, up 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there at Bledsoe. And it's Matthews in at the small forward. Ilyasova can't hit. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard inside, defended by Ilyasova. And the basket is good. Leonard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Bledsoe passes to Ilyasova. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Leonard. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's Matthews, following the miss by Lou Williams. Matthews passes to Bledsoe. Lopez with the ball. Clock at 6. And Bledsoe, here we go. No good there. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers leading by 3. Fires the 3. That's good from Williams, the assist from Leonard.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's DiVincenzo. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And again, the Bucks miss. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. They get it again. And that one, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bucks trail by 8. Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubats is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Antetokounmpo is checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Evan will see if they can make that adjustment.
Now here's Bledsoe. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Trying to get something going, and the dunk by Giannis.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Outside Leonard. Outside George. Over Matthews. Here's Zubats. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Los Angeles, Ivica Zubats at the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Zubats. Both shots good from the stripe. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing here by 8. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots. Beverley against Bledsoe. Floats one, and it's Beverley missing. Bucks trail by 6. Over in the corner, Matthews. No good on the triple.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
It's good.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Over in the corner, Matthews. And here is Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
Bledsoe against Beverley. Pass to Zubats. It's good.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Bucks trail by 8. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. Kick out to Giannis. Yep, it counts. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
to George. George double-teamed. Beverly wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Here's the Clippers. 6-point game. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 6. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 4. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. And here are the Clippers now. They lead by 4. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Paul George. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success. Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 29 seconds left in the game. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 4. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
At the line for 2.
Two.
And he drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
At the line for your Clippers, Marcus Morris. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Marcus Morris. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here. Chris Middleton showing a lot of poise and taking over a very critical possession for his team.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Bledsoe is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
The leadership grows as Eric Bledsoe knocks down huge shots like that.
Williams scanning the floor. Feeds to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Matthews, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. That one good for 2. Giannis has got 20.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Outside, George. Morris against Antetokounmpo. Morris, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. George knocks a 2-pointer. And again, no good by the Clippers. Milwaukee leading by 4. Middleton on the wing. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Giannis against Williams. 6 to shoot. Middleton can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. passes it to George. Over onto the Kumbo. George, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Now here's Williams. George with the ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Paul George at the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good for Paul George. Now here's Young. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal.
And the Bucks with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Milwaukee, Eric Bledsoe.
Shoot
2
2.
shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
Lopez outside. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Oak, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.